Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you with another Fireside Chat. I'm a little close to the fire. I hope I don't get too hot, but how about them optics for you, huh? Thanks for joining me tonight for Fireside Chat here in the Villages, just outside the Villages, actually, in Summerfield, right next door. And I'm at JJ and Bev's house. I want to thank them very much for hosting me tonight. They may not get rid of me because we have had an amazing evening. And I'm very disappointed in one thing. We got here. I'm up here to make some videos to show you a little bit about the Villages, but mainly we're going to do some shooting at the firing range tomorrow. But tonight we were going to add in a little extra footage for you and go to the square where they play music 7 nights a week. And there's 4 different ones around the Villages here. And I've been to 3 of them so far. And the one that's very close to their house here, we were able to take the golf cart. And I put on my jogging track suit. I had 2 jackets on. It was a little chilly out there, but it wasn't cold. But when you're riding in the golf cart, of course, it was kind of chilly. So get this, I had the absolute coolest video that would make you want to live here. But as soon as I uploaded it, it said copyright. Now, we were listening to live music. These are not copyright musicians. These are people playing original artist songs. And generally, those are never picked up by AI. To strike you as a copyright because of popular music. And I can mute it, but it's not going to be as good because the music was amazing. They were playing some 80s and they sounded so real. I think that what JJ said might be true, that they might have had a little sound mix in the band. There was a drummer, there was a guitarist, a singer, and I think another a bass player or something. And so I did, but it sounded so authentic that they might have had some kind of computer playing some of the original artist background music, because that had to be what it was. Or they were so good they confused AI and struck it as copyright. But it's really sad because what an amazing crowd tonight. People were dancing. The place was packed. It's a square. With all these buildings and shops and eateries and other bars and things. And then right there in the middle, and they put, I don't know, a couple of hundred plastic chairs that people could just sit in and get up and dance. And it was just amazing. When we first got there, they immediately went on break. I mean, we didn't pull up no sooner than we got there. And they said, all right, we're taking a break. We'll be back in about, 20, 30 minutes. So we sat down, we were just talking, and I was videoing, looking at the crowd and some of the buildings. And then when the music came back on, because during break, they were playing copyright music, popular music, and I didn't want to video there and have it struck. So I was waiting for them to come back and for them to play because they're not the original artists. But anyway, you get the point. I can't show it. And I mean, you would have enjoyed that a heck of a lot more than listen to me sit here and talk to you guys tonight in this chair. But we're trying to do the best we can. And like I said, I want to thank JJ for trying to set up the optics here for me on his big screen here in the TV room. But we're going to get the shooting videos for you tomorrow. We don't have to worry about any copyright strike or anything like that. But man, we had a good time. And I wasn't going to go. Bev was making this dinner. And I hadn't eaten all day, and I was really hungry. And he said something like, I don't even know if we're going to go. Maybe he sensed that I didn't maybe have that much motivation to get on the golf cart. I had to change into this because I showed up in shorts. It was going to be a little cool, especially in the golf cart. And he didn't press it. But then when we got there, I told him, I said, man, you should have slapped me for not thinking about not coming here. The ride over, it was dark, but we have headlights and everything. I showed you his golf cart. Oh man, what a great video it was. And we're going through these neighborhoods, and you got to go through these little paths, and there's these gates, and he's got a key fob that opens up the gate to go in. And there's all these other golf carts with headlights, because you have to have them obviously at night. They're following me. They're coming at me. It's busy here. These people this is an active community, active lifestyle. And it reminded me when I had my sand rail when I was living in California. I lived in my Class C motorhome. We were just out, not flooring it. We were just easing along, enjoying our drive, going over to the square and then coming back. I videoed, there's a Walmart just up the street here that you can get to, and they have golf cart parking spots at the Walmart. I mean, everything around the villages here is catered to golf carts. I mean, I think there's 100,000 golf carts here in the villages. 100 miles of golf cart path. You can go anywhere and do anything. And so if you want to go to Lowe's or Walmart at different places, we even videoed, we stopped at the BJ's here. They got a BJ's wholesale. That's where I buy my fuel. And I made a video talking about how Trump's already bringing down prices. He must have been talking to OPEC and letting them know that we're going to be drilling our own because the price of oil must be dropping. It was $268 and it was like $283 just a few days ago. So things are coming down, good times. People, like I say, down there at the square were dancing and having a good time. And then one of my biggest disappointments on not being able to show you that video, I'm not kidding you. I'm videoing, and there was a guy. There's people that like to dance there. They're not shy, and they don't need a dance partner. They're just dancing by themselves. And there was a lady doing it, and she kept moving around the stage like dancing for people while they were on break to the regular music that they play. And then I saw this guy, and he's spinning around, he's dancing, he's having a good time. And I forgot his name, but I'm just videoing him. And then when the band came back and I started videoing, I stood up, and he saw, I guess, a guy with a selfie stick, and he says, "Sarasota Tim." And he knew me. He came over, and he's like, "I've been watching you for like a year and a half." And he lives 16 miles from here, doesn't even live. I asked him, I interviewed him. I said, do you have a golf cart? Did you come on a golf cart? He goes, "No, I live like 16 miles from here." But he comes frequently. He goes to all 4 of the squares. He said when one's not going as good as he wants, or it's not as busy or whatever, he goes to another one. Just gets in his car and goes. And everybody's having a good time. I mean, really, it's just, and all the neighborhoods, again, are just manicured. They're quiet. They're safe. As I was driving a golf cart tonight, it just looked like, man, it'd be just nice to take a walk. You can get all the steps in you want around here without a bunch of traffic, and just never take the same walk twice. There's so many different places and parks that you go by, and it's hard to describe. So we'll get some video tomorrow afternoon of the villages here again and the area here in Summerfield where JJ's at. But met the subscriber, and then I had to use the facility, so I stepped away, and JJ said that someone came up and recognized him and said, "JJ," and said, "Is Sarasota Tim here?" Some woman, our age, that recognized him. So isn't that funny? We had a great time. So when we got back, I guess I could have put this in a video and made some of the video I could have put up. Bev had everything on the table, this amazing dinner with home fried potatoes, sliced thin. And I taught them about, I didn't teach them, I suggested that they try mayo on their potatoes. And she said, "What are you going to get, ketchup?" I said, "No. You ever tried mayo on your fried potatoes?" She had, in a crock pot, she made a roast beef, and we had a salad, beautiful salad, and the potatoes, the gravy for the roast beef, the potatoes, oh, and carrots, big, thick carrots, just cut in half, and they were so soft. She had to cook them a while to get them soft like that. They were soaked in juice. It was a meat and potatoes dinner, and it was a beautiful setting. We sat there and had a wonderful meal. So I've had a great, great time tonight. But I was promising in the video at the square when I was talking that I'd make a fireside chat tonight because we thought about putting on the artificial fire here and telling you about everything. So I'm really sorry that that video didn't go up. The music was just too good, but I had a great time, and I would have really kicked myself knowing how fun that was and driving. He let me drive the golf cart. I drove over there and back, and if I didn't experience that, it would have been a real my loss. And they live here; they can go anytime they want. So it was really, really a lot of fun. But I kind of wanted talking about tonight a little story about the golf cart was kind of reminding me when I was riding, and we're just kind of easing through. It's dark, the headlights are good, but you're not going to go wide open. There's speed bumps, and we had to go through these gates. And it just reminded me how I used to go out in the desert when I lived in California when I was younger. I bought a Class C motorhome, and I used to go to the desert with a sand rail. And how it started was, and when you live in San Diego, you can go surfing, you can go snow skiing, and you can go to the desert. They have everything out there. Um, in fact, they have 4 climates. They have coastal, inland, mountain, and desert. And all you have to drive is another 20 minutes or so, and you're in a different climate. So I bought a Class C motorhome, a 1980. It was a Ford, and I bought it for, I think, $4,000 to take to the desert and enjoy, riding around my sand rail. Bought a sand rail. It was a car you ride in the desert on it with a Volkswagen motor in it, and it was a turnkey, go fast. I mean, I didn't know how to build anything. I bought one that was ready to go, and I used to go out to the desert with it. And tonight, riding around the golf cart kind of remind me of it because I get out to the desert. Uh, the business I told you I was in, I did it in California too because, I'd done it for 35 years almost. And I'd work 3 days a week only. I told you I didn't work much because it was quite lucrative. And then I would hook up my sand rail to that Class C motorhome, and I would go to the desert and stay out there 4 days. I'd take a bunch of fuel for the sand rail and load up with a bunch of food and drink and cook out. And I had music, stereo system. That Class C was set up, and TV, everything. And you pull off the paved road, and the roads were pretty hard, so you could drive your motorhome on these dirt roads without worrying about getting stuck. And then you just pull over somewhere, unload your sand rail, and then the desert, miles and miles of just go all you want to go down these river washes and up sand dunes, and just it was a great time. And it just kind of reminded me tonight of just out cruising on the golf cart. Not the same, but just kind of being on something cool. Um, Not even like motorcycling, but kind of like that. Instead of just getting in the car and going down there, half the fun was riding in this golf cart. So they really got it going on here. I mean, have a beautiful home, golf everywhere around here, got the golf cart, shopping, Walmart just down the street, and I could live here easily. This is really a special place. But like I say, I hate to keep harping on it, but I really wish that video didn't have a copyright strike on it. Uh, I mean, I could mute it and put it up, but I don't think you would enjoy it. And we're talking about a lot of stuff, but it's a 20-minute video. I sat here for quite a while editing out a few things, but it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and end this one tonight because I want to get this one up for you. I got great Wi-Fi here. And what do you want to do? You want to end it? JJ,
I'm waiting on you. I was going to press the button.
Oh, okay. JJ came up and he's like, he heard me say we're going to end it, so he's ready to press the end button. He's just trying to help me out because
when you want me to end it, go like that.
Yeah, there you go. He always gives me this sign here because I'll tell him when he gets ready to video me, and he'll go, "You're on." So anyway, we'll go ahead and end this video tonight. We'll look forward to showing you the shooting videos tomorrow. We got all kinds of firepower, ammunition, guns, new guns, some older guns, and we'll get some groupings in. It'll be a competition to see who can get tighter groupings, and we'll tell you all about it. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for viewing. Crush it. Lower.